One day I was working as a relief educator, certificate 3, at one center in Melbourne. Most of children there came from well-off, well-educated families, and the center had strong religious and cultural focus, particularly on learning Yiddish. And I found it fascinating. I observed the daily program with a lot of interests and watched how children prepared for Shabbat and learned about various traditions. It was all very new to me, so I was working as family supporting educator in the center that was play-based, Australian play-based. So it was the first experience in such a culturally rich environment for me. And at the end of the day, I had to complete the closing down procedure. So when you go around with checklist and make sure that everything is secure, so you follow the policies and procedures, so windows locked, blinds closed, no one's in the toilets or cupboards, all locks checked, etc. So there was a whole big list to go through. And one boy volunteered to help me. He asked, "Can I help you, Kate?" And I said, why not? So I decided to turn it into a learning opportunity. He was a preschooler. Of course, I said, here is a clipboard and you hold the checklist and we'll walk through everything together. You'll put a tick when we finish each task. So looks like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea. So he seemed slightly older than other children, but I would say still 5. I assumed that he was just playing and pretending and I guess following me, and what we do is more like a pretend writing, pre-writing, not real writing or reading. So we checked the windows, I said, mark it down, and he would do that. And few times I noticed that he said, yeah, I know. And yeah, we've done that. And I thought, oh yeah, kids at this age, they feel independent and likely he doesn't know how to read. But then, nearly at the end of the list, he said that, "Kate, we forgot this one," and he pointed at one of the items. And I asked, "Oh, what do you think it says?" He confidently replied, "I don't think I know," and proceeded to read the entire item in perfect English, word for word. And I still remember it. He said something about all the pillows should be put back in the group time corner. And I was stunned. Wait, you can read? Of course, he said, I can read. What do you think? In one language, I asked. He's like, no, in 3. So the child, it turned out, could not only read in English, but in Russian and Yiddish. So 3 languages. When his grandma came to pick him up, I shared the day and talked about how I was absolutely amazed by his abilities, and I complimented her, the grandchild, and what an incredibly bright child he was. And then I asked, what did you do to teach him to read? How did you do it? I'm curious. I was teaching children to read and write myself, so I was a Russian tutor, and also was quite curious about it as a mom. She smiled and said, "We just read books together and I ask questions." Such a wise grandmother. Did you work with children who surprised you? Post in the comments below.